Hi everybody, welcome to the Solano College Sports Network studio. I'm your host Andy Chase, along here with my very special guest Steve Barnett, an MMA fight promoter, here to promote his newest and upcoming fight card at the Solano County Fairgrounds on March 10th. How are you doing today, Steve?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Awesome, awesome. So, as a fight promoter, Steve, for somebody who has no idea what that means, can you explain a little bit of what your job entails?
Well, promoters have a lot to do. We oversee the whole show. We do a lot of coordinating. We do a lot of matchmaking. We do basically make sure that everything's in order for the day of the show. We it's a lot of babysitting. Make sure everybody's supposed to be where they're supposed to be. Make sure you have your manpower. Make sure all the fighters show up for the fight. You have to do coordinate with the people who do the venue. There's a lot into it. It's so much details that you have to be on top of.
Yeah, that is a lot of stuff. So when you're thinking about making a matchup between two fighters, what do you tend to look for in those two fighters?
Well, the number one thing that I look for is athleticism. Are they in shape? If they can go through the whole fight without gassing out. Because being in shape is the number one thing. I look at their skill set. I actually go around and train with all these kids, all over, just to see where their skill set's at. And so I try to make it up to be the best matchup for their skill set. If one guy's a striker and another guy's a grappler, I try to match them up if that's going to be the fight. If the grappler has a chance to get a hold of the striker, he could win. If the striker gets a good strike or two in, he could win. So it's all based on where they're at in their training. I seek out guys who've trained for a couple of years at least to fight, because I don't want some guy straight up off the street and go out and fight and get hurt. Because that's no good.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing a good, fair fight.
Of course, everyone likes to see a good fight. Okay, other than self-defense, how can MMA help someone?
Well, I know for myself personally, it's built a lot of confidence. I wouldn't have had the nerve to go and jump out there and try to become a fight promoter if I didn't have the confidence that the MMA has given me throughout the years. Because I've had the ability to go out and fight a man face to face. Going and running a show is nothing. So it's just the biggest confidence builder.
Definitely. And as my final question, I want to ask you, Steve, what type of fighting style did you specialize in?
Pretty much grappling, jiu-jitsu. My first grappling coach was a jiu-jitsu coach, and I started grappling with them. Then I ended up meeting a guy named Jerry Bolander, who was a Lions Den fighter, who was from Ken Shamrock School, and then we started doing MMA. Submission wrestling. Submission wrestling is basically submissions based on like folk wrestling, college wrestling stuff, and it's kind of what my specialty is,
And that is awesome. We have to wrap it up here, folks, but we expect you guys to be at the fight at Solano County Fairgrounds on March 10th. Thank you for watching.